Hello children, welcome to our science class. In today's class, we are going to learn a new topic, unit number 3, plants. Before getting into a lesson, I hope you see the video of unit number 2, water. Isn't it children? So, did you constructed the rainwater harvesting pit? Yes, very good. So, water is very precious. Use wisely and save the water. Don't waste it. Now, get back to our subject. Science. Unit 3. Plants. It is on page number 77. All living things eat food. Food helps them grow and perform daily activities. We have seen animals eating their food. But have you ever wondered how plants get their food? Plants produce their own food with the help of chlorophyll, a pigment present in leaves. So in today's lesson, we are going to see more about plants. Parts of a leaf, classification of plants, parts of flower, exotic plant, and plants as food. As this is your part 1 session, I am going to teach you parts of leaf. Students, now I am going to teach you about the parts of a leaf. Leaves are of different shapes and sizes. Now I am placed a leaf of hibiscus plant, that is Chembaruthi leaf. Okay children, now I am going to explain the parts of a leaf. See, this is called leaf. In singular, in plural, leaves. As you all know, isn't it? So, the leaf has blade, apex, midrib, veins and petiole. So, the blade is nothing but the flat portion of the leaf. See, this is the flat portion of the leaves and it is known as blade. And apex is the tip of the leaf. See, this is called apex. And midrib, mid means middle part of the leaf. So, this is the middle part of the leaf. Can you able to see this? So, midrib. And veins. Veins are branch out from the midrib. See, the midrib branches out a smaller veins. This is called veins. That they are the framework of hollow tubes that carry. These veins carry water and minerals. Can you able to see clearly? These are called veins. And this is called midrib and apex. And petiole, this is called the petiole. It is a stalk of the leaf. Petiole is nothing but the stalk of the leaf. This stalk only joins to a stem. So now one more time I am going to explain you the parts of the leaf. The flat portion of the leaf is called leaf blade. And the tip of the leaf is called apex. And the middle part you can see a straight line, isn't it? And this is called midrib. It gives to a small branch out from the midrib. So this is called veins. It carries water and minerals. And this part is called the stalk of the leaf, petiole. It joins to a stem. So hope you have understood the parts of the leaf. Can you say along with me children? Blade, apex, midrib, veins, petiole. One more part is there students, that is called stomata. Stomata are tiny openings found at the base of the leaf. We cannot see with our naked eyes. We can see stomata under the microscope only. The purpose of the stomata is used to exchange gases. Stomata helps the plant to breathe. Air enters through it. The opening and closing mechanism of stomata helps for gaseous exchange. Now I am going to play a small video regarding the part of the leaf and leaf as food factory, the photosynthesis. Enjoy the video children.
Structure of a leaf. In this module, you will learn about the structure of a leaf. Sid is busy doing his school project. His sister, Alicia, has just joined him. Let us go and see what the project is all about.
Wow! So many leaves of different shapes and sizes. Why have you collected all these leaves? I have collected these for my school project. Can I watch the project, please? Of course you can.
Look carefully. You can see that leaves have different shapes and sizes. Some trees, like the peepal tree, have large leaves, while others, like the rose plant, have small leaves. Even though leaves look different, they have a common structure. Let us study about it. A leaf is made up of different parts. These are the leaf blade, petiole, midrib, veins, and stomata. Let us learn about each of them one by one. The flat and broad part of the leaf is called the leaf blade. The leaf blade is attached to the stem of the plant through a tiny stalk called the petiole. The petiole takes the water from the stem to the leaf blade. A thick line runs the center of a leaf towards its tip. This is the central vein, also known as the midrib. There are numerous tiny lines that run throughout the leaf. They are called veins. All these veins, along with the midrib, provide shape and support to a leaf. They also carry water to the different parts of a leaf. A number of tiny openings are present on the surface of a leaf. These tiny openings are called stomata. They help a leaf to exchange gases. They take carbon dioxide gas from the air and release oxygen.
Huh? Huh? So students, hope you enjoyed the videos, isn't it? So, did you notice how a leaf acts as a food factory? Plants need food, but they never depend on animals to provide. Most of the plants are able to make their own food, and this process is known as photosynthesis. The word photo means light, synthesis means make. So the plant can make their own food in the presence of sunlight is known as photosynthesis. For photosynthesis, plants need water, carbon dioxide, sunlight. These are the main source for photosynthesis. Water is absorbed by the roots and passes to the leaf through the tubes. And carbon dioxide is the air passes through small pores and in sunlight. Only green leaf plant can prepare photosynthesis because the green leaf contain a pigment called chlorophyll, which is very necessary for the photosynthesis. Water plus carbon dioxide gives food plus oxygen. As plants prepare food for themselves, as also for other living things, they are called as primary producers. Without primary producers, living things that are not capable of producing their own food and will not be able to live. So students, hope you have enjoyed today's class. You learned the part of a leaf and the process photosynthesis. It is a very simple one. So, don't forget to read your textbook daily. Complete the given works. See you in the next class, children. Thank you.